What'd they do, Ammon? Tased you? Move! Get out of here, you coward! Move! Get out of our state! Get out of our state! Woo!
Holy cow, a war raging out west over cows. Federal agents surrounding Cliven Bundy's Nevada ranch and seizing his cattle. It's all over a massive piece of public land overseen by the Bureau of Land Management that Bundy's cows graze on. The problem? The land now protects this, the desert tortoise. Seems like a friendly turtle, but Bundy had a beef with the new regulators and has been refusing to pay grazing fees. He says he was on the land long before either they or the turtle or any of these creatures. He got involved in this, and right now the feds are getting involved with him, telling the cattle to go, telling him to go, telling everyone to go except the turtle. We got Reason's Catherine Mengut Ward, who says, you know, the ranch is right. This is weird. This is very, very weird. What do you make of it?
You know, I think the angle of it that really gets to me is how incredibly kind of militarized and aggressive the law enforcement officials are in this case. I mean, they're closing down roads, they're using helicopters, they've cordoned off a free speech zone to sort of keep protesters
What happened?
in
When
check.
did this turtle move or get onto this property? And was it always there? Did it move there? And once it got there, it said la-da-dee-da, the cows have to go. What? It seems crazy.
You know, not to go full anarchist on Fox News here, but I think this is a great example of what happens. You know, government can ask very, very nicely for 20 years. They can get sort of use all the proper channels. But in the end, when somebody like this rancher says, no, I'm not going to do it your way, you know, it is violence that backs up these kind of government claims. It is guys with guns saying,
but
actually,
what
you are
happened
going to
here?
do it our way.
Bring me up to date. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of ignorant of the situation. This might have been a concern and all, but it seems, let's say, that the turtles and the cows were getting along just fine. Unless I missed something, the cow stepped on one. I don't mean to make light of it, but the fact of the matter is, everything seemed to be going on just fine when either some environmentalist, someone said, wait a minute, these turtles are indeed in danger. Someone is going to step on them. What?
So it's actually a pretty typical situation out west, right, where you have, you know, incredibly large swaths of land that people have used for commercial purposes. And even when the feds say, this land is special, it's now protected, it's now under our kind of our governance, still they give people permission to graze their cattle. Right. They say, you know, go ahead, but we have to keep it in limited numbers. The situation that creates, though, is this one of tension where the ranchers feel like they do have a right to use the land. At the same time, the feds are kind of saying, this right is provisional and we can revoke it at any time, and that doesn't sit well with folks like this guy who's been there for generations.
No, I understand that. It's provisional, but is it updated yearly? Is it, all right, we've discovered that these turtles are they're migrating, they're in your neck of the woods. In fact, they're on this land that you're grazing. That's our land, and it's got to stop. What changed it so suddenly?
You know, I think it's actually, it's not really about the turtles. It's just about, it's the stance of this rancher who has said, you know, heck no, I won't go. He said this is, you know, he doesn't recognize the federal government's right to tell him where he can graze his cattle, and he's making a stink about it. I mean, I do think ultimately this is, as they say, optics more than actually protecting a specific turtle from the specific hoof of a specific cow.
Incredible. It's just incredible. Catherine, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
All right, well, then who do you think is right, the rancher or the government? Someone left out the turtle. No one cares about the turtle. Anyway, you could tweet us at Team Cavuto. We'll read some of your tweets later in the show. And we'll have